Here, last explanation about gain margin, phase margin, all those things. There, the term is bring the system to the verge of instability. Bring the system to the verge of instability. Verge means it is the border of instability. That means if you go beyond that, it will become unstable. So we should bring the system to till the border of instability. After that, it is unstable. Okay, that is the factor you should understand here. Verge of instability. The border beyond that, it is totally unstable. Okay, so that is the important thing you should remember. Now, all pass and minimum phase system. Now, what is, we'll see some of the definition. The transform function with all poles and zeros in the left half of S-planes are called minimum phase transfer functions. So here in this you can see that it is an example of minimum phase function, and you can see there is a 0, 2 poles. All the zeros and poles are located at the left half of S-plane. Now, the transfer function with all poles and zeros in the left half of S-planes are called minimum phase transfer function. This is known as minimum phase function, but corresponding transfer function is known as minimum transfer function. Now, a transfer function having pole zero system which is anti-symmetric about the imaginary axis. That is, for every pole on the left half plane, there is a 0 in the mirror image position is called an all-pass transfer function. The common example of such a transfer function is 1 minus j omega t divided by 1 plus j omega t. So numerator defines the 0. 1 plus j omega t, 1 minus j omega t is equal to 0. So you will get pole at the positive side, 0 at positive side. 1 plus j omega t, 1 divided by 1 plus j omega t, in that 1 plus j omega t equating to 0, you will get a 0 at the left half of S-plane. In that case, it is known as all-pass transfer, corresponding transfer, that system is known as all-pass system, and corresponding transfer function is known as all-pass transfer function. For example, here for this pole, there is a mirror image 0 on the right half of S-plane. So this is known as all-pass function, and corresponding transfer function is known as all-pass transfer functions. Now, it has a magnitude of unity at all the frequencies. Hence, it is known as all-pass transfer function. It has, so, which has a pole zero configuration and so on figure. It has a magnitude of unity at all frequencies. Hence, it is called all-pass transfer functions. Its phase angle, that is minus 2 tan inverse of omega t, varies from 0 degree to minus 180 degree as omega increases from 0 to infinity. The property of unit magnitude at all the frequencies applies to all transfer function with an anti-symmetric pole zero pattern. The physical systems with this property are called all-pass systems. Now, here this is known as 2 poles on the left half of a plane and 1 0 at the right half of plane. So it is known as non-minimum phase function. Non-minimum phase function. This is all the poles and zeros are on the left half left half S plane is known as minimum phase function. This is non-minimum phase functions. Now this is obtained by when you are adding these two terms. When you are adding these two, that means minimum phase function with the all pass function. What happened is this pole and this zeros, this pole this zero and this pole both are in same location, that will cancel out. So you'll get two poles only here and 1 0. 2 poles and 1 0. So that is known as non-minimum phase functions. So corresponding transfer function is known as minimum phase transfer functions. And normally poles are not allowed to stay to the right of S plane. If poles are on the right of S plane, it is unstable. Okay. Now next we'll see computation of gain margin and phase margin. Now determination of gain margin and phase margin from the Bode plot. Now on the Bode plot, gain crossover frequency is defined as the frequency at which the resultant magnitude plot crosses the 0 dB line, and phase crossover frequency defines as the frequency at which the resultant phase plot crosses minus 180 degree line. We already discussed this. Now the difference between the 0 dB line and the resultant magnitude plot at the phase crossover frequency gives the phase margin. Now the difference between the 0 dB line and the resultant magnitude plot at the phase crossover frequency. The difference between 0 dB line and the resultant magnitude plot at the phase crossover frequency gives the gain margin. Okay, and gain margin is 0 minus resultant magnitude in dB at the phase crossover frequency. Now, for example, this diagram, you concentrate it, very important diagram. So here you can see the gain plot or the Bode plot, and this is the phase plot. Now gain margin is 0 minus resultant magnitude in dB at the phase crossover frequency. So now phase crossover frequency is the frequency at which the overall phase crosses minus 180 degree. So here the phase crossover frequency. At phase crossover frequency, you have to extend a line towards the net gain, and you will touch a point on the overall gain graph. Now the difference between 0 and that point gives the gain margin, that is 0 minus resultant magnitude in dB at the phase crossover frequency. Now GM is the negative of magnitude of GM is the negative of the magnitude of G j omega H j omega in dB at the phase crossover frequency is the negative of the magnitude of G j omega H j omega in dB at the phase crossover frequency. And If the resultant magnitude plot is below the 0 dB line at a phase crossover frequency, the gain margin is positive and the system is stable. So it is, you know, that it is GM is negative of the magnitude of G j omega in dB at the phase crossover frequency. So that is, you have to take this side, you are getting a minus value because below this 0 the gain is minus. Minus of minus, that will give a positive value. That is considered as minus of whatever the magnitude you are getting here. So that is why here. Now, if the resultant magnitude plot is below the 0 dB line at the phase crossover frequency, if you are getting this point below the, if you are getting this point below the 0 dB, then you are having a positive gain margin. So the system is stable. If the resultant magnitude plot is above the 0 dB, now if it is going above this 0 dB, that time the magnitude is positive, you have to take minus of that. So the gain margin is negative. So if the resultant magnitude plot is above the 0 dB line at the phase crossover frequency, the gain margin is negative and the system is unstable. So if you are getting a gain margin above this 0 dB, this is the 0 dB line, above this 0 dB line, then it is negative. If the gain margin as like this, that means below the 0 dB line, it is positive. What are the magnitude? It is a negative value minus of that magnitude. For example, if it is minus 20, minus of minus 20, it becomes plus 20. So when you are getting a gain margin of plus 20 dB, then it is stable. Okay, if you are getting a gain margin above, suppose if you are getting plus 20 dB, minus of 20 dB, that is equal to minus 20 dB is the gain margin. In that case, it is unstable. Now, what is phase margin? The difference between resultant phase plot and the minus 180 line at the gain crossover frequency gives the phase margin. Once more, the difference between the resultant phase plot at the minus 180 degree line at the gain crossover frequency gives the phase margin. Resultant phase plot, so this is the gain crossover frequency. You have to, this is minus 180 degree. Now the difference between the phase at a gain crossover frequency and minus 180 degree. This is minus 180 degree. At gain crossover frequency, what is the phase? That is this point. And at the difference between this point and minus 180 gives the phase margin. The difference between the resultant phase plot and minus 180 degree line at the gain crossover frequency gives the phase margin. Phase margin is, we can say, resultant phase in degree at the gain crossover frequency. At gain crossover frequency, what is the phase? Gain crossover, what is the phase? Okay. Resultant phase in degrees at the gain crossover frequency minus of minus 180 degree. Minus of this minus 180 degree. So it is equal to PM is equal to pi plus 180 degree. Minus of minus 180 degree means pi minus 180 degree. For example, in this case, this is a gain crossover frequency. You have to draw a line to the phase. Here you are getting around 100 minus 100 minus 100 plus 180 degree gives around 80 degree. So that is the phase margin. So if the resultant phase plot is above the minus 180 degree line at the gain crossover frequency. The PM is positive and the system is stable. Now suppose this is minus 180 degree and the resultant phase plot is above this minus 180 degree during the gain crossover frequency. That time the phase margin is positive. In that case gain margin is positive because this angle minus 180 degree, that is a positive value. Phase margin is positive and the system is stable. If the resultant phase plot is below 180 degree, so suppose it is around minus 270 minus 180 degree, that means 270 plus 180 degree. So there you are getting phase margin as around minus 90 degree. In that case phase margin is negative and the system is unstable. So here you understood how the gain margin and phase margin. So whenever the gain margin below the 0 dB, it is stable, and when the gain margin above this 180 degree, that time, or the phase at gain crossover is, the phase at a gain crossover is above this minus 180 degree, it is stable, and the gain below 0 dB at a phase crossover, then also it is a stable system. So here you can see the stable region for intersection on phase curve at a gain crossover, positive gain margin. So here you can see it is in this direction, it is a positive stable region, and similarly here stable region for the intersect on magnitude curve at a phase crossover, positive gain margin. If you are coming this side, it is positive gain margin, and here it is unstable, here in unstable region for intersect on phase curve at a gain crossover. So here negative phase margin, here negative gain margin, here negative gain margin, here negative phase margin, here positive gain margin, here here positive phase margin. So here positive gain margin, here positive phase margin, not gain margin, here positive gain margin. This side is positive gain margin above from here to 0, that is positive positive phase margin. Here it is positive phase margin, below this positive gain margin, above this negative gain margin, below this negative phase margin. So this you should go through this diagram, that is 3.7.31 in 480. This is very important. So you go through it, try to understand.